Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Jacqueline has the night off. We begin tonight with some breaking news out of Venice, where city officials say the entire island of Venice should limit their use of the sewer system following a sewer main break. That means to cut back on flushing toilets, using the shower, or any water that would go down the drain. The Utilities Department is working with a contractor to make the necessary repairs and will let residents and businesses know when they can resume normal use of the sewer system. Now, this is also impacting some traffic on the island. Rusaletto Park in East Venice Avenue and US 41 bypass is closed until further notice, and police are advising drivers to avoid the 41 bypass southbound right near the CVS drugstore if possible, as a lane is shut down there while those repairs are underway. Now to our continuing coverage of that deadly bridge collapse at Florida International University near Miami. Authorities now confirming at least 6 people have died, a number that may go up. The investigation now focusing on what went wrong there. Around 1:30 Thursday afternoon, the nearly 1,000 ton pedestrian bridge came crashing down on the road below. First responders can be seen scrambling to get those trapped beneath the rubble. The span was put up just a matter of hours only a few days ago using a method called accelerated bridge construction. Overnight, the mission of first responders switched from rescue to recovery.
We used auditory, we used visual, we used our canines, and we've determined that there's no longer any survivors. That's why we transitioned into this recovery mode.
In the aftermath, new questions about what went wrong. Last night, the city of Sweetwater confirmed they conducted a stress test on the bridge Thursday morning, but today, the deputy mayor of Miami backtracking at a press conference saying it's not confirmed there was a stress test done. Authorities have now confirmed that one of the dead is a student at FIU. The NTASB is also investigating what happened. Following that collapse, focus is now on the technique that was used to create the bridge. It's called accelerated bridge construction. The $14 million project was supposed to be a hallmark of the faster, cheaper, and less risky method of bridge building promoted by the university. Bridge engineer Andy Herman explains how bridges like the one that collapsed are constructed.
It's a technique where they build as much of the structure off-site or near to the site and then drive it in or lift it in place. And the whole reason behind this is that it's generally safer to build off-site than over the traveling public, and it minimizes construction delays to traffic.
There are many factors involved in constructing a bridge, including the materials, the construction techniques, the design, and the construction engineering that looks at the loading and support conditions at each stage of construction. Investigators will be looking at all of those things. In other news tonight, a Sarasota massage therapist accused of inappropriately touching his female clients is back behind bars tonight. ABC 7's Adam Cellini explains how his initial arrest last month helped lead detectives to more serious felony charges.
Thanks to the courage of 3 women who reported the inappropriate behavior of a Sarasota massage therapist, a new victim has stepped forward and the charges are much more serious. A Sarasota massage therapist arrested for inappropriately touching female clients is back in jail for something worse.
These 3 charges are felonies. They are very serious charges. They are 3 counts of lewd and lascivious molestation to a victim under the age of 12.
In February, Ruslan Grusho was arrested for misdemeanor battery charges against 3 of his clients at this Sarasota massage Envy on Tamiami Trail.
Wait a second.
Cooperate with me. I have another warrant for your arrest.
After hearing of Grusho's arrest, another victim stepped forward, the daughter of his ex-wife, with whom he separated in 2003, according to court records.
Between the years of 2000 and 2002, when she was between the ages of 10 and 12, she says that this man touched her inappropriately on several different occasions.
In interviews with police, the victim describes multiple advances from Grusho in their Sarasota home. Among them, he would pick the lock of her bedroom door, and on multiple occasions, she woke up to find his genitals against her hand. The victim says she's since received years of counseling and is diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.
We're just grateful that the victim found the strength to come forward and to share her story.
Last month, the first massage client to report Grusho's behavior to police told us it can be difficult to come forward after assault because the burden of proof is high. Their courage has now led to charges that could mean life in prison.
Let our detectives do what they do best, and that's to keep monsters like this off the street.
At Grusho's most recent hearing, a judge doubled his bond from the recommended $75,000 to $150,000. In downtown Sarasota, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Adam, thank you. Florida Governor Rick Scott signing into law a new state budget today, despite growing criticism from school superintendents. Scott approving the nearly $89 billion budget that lawmakers sent to him this week, but not before vetoing $64 million included for projects he felt Florida did not need. The spending plan also provides more than $1.7 billion in disaster assistance to meet the educational needs of affected Florida students, as well as students displaced from Puerto Rico. But despite the focus on education the spending bill boasts, Manatee County School Superintendent Dr. Diana Green is one of many superintendents in the state calling for lawmakers to take a second look at education funding. These superintendents argue that barely any of that education money in the budget is going to actual education. A majority of the money going towards school security and mental health funding. In his initial budget, Governor Scott proposed a $152 per student increase in funding. In the budget that was approved by lawmakers last week, most of that money is now allocated to school safety, leaving just 47 cents per student in new funding.
We still need to pay our teachers. We still need to provide adequate resources for our classrooms. We still need to ensure that we meet the class size amendment.
State of Florida added $5 billion to its budget this year. So according to these superintendents, the state should have enough money to fund security and more money in the classrooms. Sarasota County Fair is underway tonight at the Sarasota County Fairgrounds. There's food, thrill rides, games, plenty to do at the fair on this opening night. And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan is there to let us know how the weather will cooperate this evening. I would expect it's going to be pretty nice out there, Bob.
It is. There may be a little chill here once the sun gets down, and it looks as though we'll see temperatures falling into the mid-50s for lows tomorrow morning, but it's going to be about 10 degrees warmer than it was this morning, so that's a little bit better. On top of that, we're at the Agricultural Fair here in Sarasota County. The grand opening today, it's Dollar Day, so there's a lot of people here. Dollar gets you in the doors. We are looking at the drop zone behind. It's not just about rides, though. It is also about the 4-H'ers that are here. We have arts and crafts and lots of great things going on here. Besides the food, which I really enjoy, those nachos are all gone. And there are a lot of people here. It's packed. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. The reason why the weather's so nice, it's high pressure. And you can see from the Sarasota Bay webcam that we are looking at calmer conditions out there for boaters. In fact, it looks to be really nice right through the weekend. In terms of boating conditions, we'll see smooth conditions tomorrow to a light chop on the bays on Sunday. Currently, we do have fair skies. The temperature is starting to drop just a little bit. We are looking basically at very low humidity still, though. As a result of that, it looks as though we will see lows tonight down into the mid-50s, although the dew point has come up to 51 degrees now, so that's a good sign. We won't get nearly as cold tomorrow morning to start things off. Lots of sunshine around. Temperature 69 degrees. We'll have much more on our weather forecast for the weekend. St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. Looks to be pretty good. Also, a cold front is headed our way. Another one, yes, is headed our way. And there's the drop zone. They're up there right now, and there they go. I'm going to give that a shot in just a little bit. Back to you, Scott.
Wow. Don't eat before that, Bob. Thanks so much. We'll see you in a little bit. An aggressive otter has been wreaking havoc on kayakers on a section of the Braden River in Manatee County. Several people have said they've been attacked by that otter. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from the Braden River near the Linger Lodge with more on the story tonight. Rick?
Yeah, Scott, this is pretty bizarre. We're being told one of the attacks took place back there. At least 4 people were bitten and injured by this otter 2 weeks ago. The Florida Wildlife Commission has put up a sign warning people about this otter. It was a frightening ordeal for some folks kayaking the Braden River recently.
A minute or two and I was at the scene of where the otter had jumped on Sue's boat, climbed on her back, started clawing or biting at her face. Sue is standing in the water. Her boat is full of water. Her face is all bloody. There are people still, 2 women there, still beating their paddles at the otter, trying to get him to leave.
Yeah, very, very scary stuff there. Now, I haven't spotted the otter while I've been out here, but some folks we did speak with say they have spotted the otter and seen that otter very, very recently. And so if you're out in this neck of the woods here by the Braden River, you're encouraged to be extra careful. Reporting live from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams. Scott, back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you so much. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a look at a new bill aimed at protecting deaf drivers during police traffic stops. Plus, how the Florida Highway Patrol is preparing to help keep you safe on the roads this holiday weekend.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
It's prom season on the Suncoast. I'm Joey Panic on Suncoast View. Cutting Loose Salon joins us with this year's hottest prom trends. From stylish dresses to fabulous hair, we'll get a fashion preview. We'll learn about a new local program to bring hearing health care to those who need it. Plus tips to stage a dinner party with some of our most celebrated chefs and a preview of Banquet on the Block with Florida Wine Fest.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Firefighters, police officers, and EMTs who cannot work due to job-related post-traumatic stress disorder will now qualify for expanded benefits under a bill expected to be signed by the governor. The governor said he will sign the measure, which was sent to him this week, and supporters hope will go a long way toward helping these first responders. The bill would allow the employees to receive benefits for lost wages under certain circumstances if they suffer from PTSD. Under current law, first responders can only receive benefits for medical treatment of mental or nervous injuries, but they cannot get benefits for lost wages. Many of their ailments do not show up immediately following a specific event, but rather take years to present with symptoms.
The suicide rate amongst our first responders is 5 times normal population. 9 times more have considered suicide. So it's a hidden killer in the profession.
The bill also would require cities, counties, and other entities that employ first responders to provide educational training related to mental health awareness, prevention, mitigation, and treatment. Under a new bill sent to Governor Scott, police and drivers may soon be able to avoid confusion during a traffic stop. Under the bill, Florida drivers could voluntarily identify themselves as hearing impaired when they register their vehicles. That information would be included in a driver and motor vehicle database and a criminal database that police officers routinely access. The idea came from a Tallahassee police lieutenant who became interested in protecting deaf drivers after hearing about a North Carolina man who was shot and killed just feet outside his home after he didn't pull over for police. Well, in an effort to get impaired drivers off our roadways this St. Patrick's Day weekend, troopers will be out in force. Troopers will conduct a DUI Wolfpack operation starting tomorrow at 9 and ending at 5 a.m. Monday, March 18th. That will take place in both Sarasota and Manatee counties along the interstate and major roads. Remember to dial star FHP if you see an aggressive or impaired driver. We're going to get back to Bob Harrigan out live at the Sarasota County Fair right after this.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today, and named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotole Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I'll be right back.
Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
A gorgeous afternoon and now evening for the opening night of the Sarasota County Fair. Let's get back out live to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Hi, Bob. Oh, you're all strapped in.
Yeah, we're strapped in, ready to go. I feel like I'm back in the Hurricane Hunter aircraft when I flew into Bertha here. It's about the same kind of strap in here, making sure everything's secure. We have the children here ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, she's ready to go. You got to wait, though, for a little bit. We got to do weather. The weather is looking spectacular, Scott, as the grand opening today of the Sarasota County Fair is in effect, and it's been beautiful today. Nice breeze, too. Look at the photo of sunset last night. Send your photos in to Pix, P-I-X, at mysuncoast.com, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of spectacular photos tonight. Another photo of some of the high cirrus clouds that were around earlier today. And as far as the watches and warnings, there's not a lot going on except for a high fire danger with a bit of a breeze on low humidity. That's always a concern. We saw that fire yesterday near Casperson Beach, which took off rather rapidly. We're looking for a little bit more, less of that dry air around over the weekend. Current conditions, 69 degrees. We have sunshine, low humidity. As a result of that, we are going to see fair conditions tonight and not as cold. The dew point's coming up. The high today, finally in the 70s. We haven't been in the 70s for some time, but we're there now, and we're going to stay there through the weekend. We could even get into some 80-degree temperatures by Sunday, and the winds out of the west and northwest with the sea breeze. Temperatures right now across the state, you can see a little bit warmer dew point temperatures coming in across the area. The area temperatures a little bit cooler near the coast, warmer inland, and again, due to the sea breeze. Dew point temperatures are slowly climbing back up into the 50s now, and that's always a good sign. That means we won't be nearly as cold as we were this morning. It was chilly in the upper 30s to low 40s to start things off this morning. The Futurecast is showing some clouds to the north of us, but not much going on here. We're going to see high pressure dominating. That next front that's moving through the southeast will not have much of a chance of reaching us as that high pressure dominates. The next front will come through on Tuesday. As far as tomorrow's weather goes, you can see we are looking at some nice temperatures back in the mid-70s for high temperatures as we move through the day. We'll start off in the mid-50s and warm into the looks like mid-70s. As I said, we could get some upper 70s east of I-75, like in Lakewood Ranch, as well as into Arcadia and into Palmetto. Well, current temperatures now across the area, we are looking for a much colder air up in the northeast and throughout the Great Lakes. In Florida, it's 69 here, but much warmer over South Texas. Cooler weather over the Great Lakes and the Northeast, but nothing bitterly cold. High temperatures will be a bit warmer. Finally, in Florida, we'll get into the mid-70s here. A little bit warmer still over the southern plain states. The long-range forecast is calling for warm weather here over the weekend through Monday and Tuesday, and then we start to dip into some cooler temperatures and readings as we push into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. So some cooler weather is going to be moving back our way after a pretty good warm-up here for the next 4 days or so. So things are looking pretty good on that front as we move on through. Now, as the boating forecast goes, we are looking at generally winds not too bad, less than 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be running less than 2 feet and smooth conditions on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature has cooled down somewhat. Here is the UV index too. It will be high tomorrow, and we're looking at the forecast tonight, clear and not as cold. Low temperatures into the mid-50s, and then we are looking for beautiful weather on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day looks to be just spectacular. And then the extended forecast is calling for a slight chance for showers. I'm all the way up here, folks. Come back. Here we go. Come back to us. Oh! Ah! Oh! Can we do that again? All right, 7-day forecast looks good, you guys. That was fun. You know, I missed that. A chance of rain comes Tuesday. We'll be right back after this. Can we go again? I'm going again.
Tonight, a brand new bridge collapses. The shocking accident in a university community. The latest on the casualties. What happened? New questions about the type of bridge and the project. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Drive a brand new 2018 Lincoln MKC for $279 per month, or the Lincoln MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment. Every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
My name is Stephen Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
I just had a very educational ride with Nina.
Did you learn anything?
Where do I begin? So all this stuff goes into a safety check.
Yep.
It's a long list.
It's important stuff.
Test the smoke detector.
Yep.
Check the breaker box.
Yep.
Meter the GFCIs.
Ground fault circuit interrupters.
Well, I do that.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Nina, you make it look easy.
Thanks, but don't do it yourself.
Who's your guy?
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Beautiful day for baseball in Bradenton today. The Pirates were hosting the Atlanta Braves at Lecom Park. For now, the Braves spring training home is Orlando, but soon we know they're coming to Northport, where a new facility is being built. Construction was supposed to be complete in time for 2019 spring training, but a delay means the Braves will likely only play one game there next year and then be here full-time in 2020. We asked fans what they thought about the move during today's game, and every one of them were excited about the Braves coming to Northport.
I'm kind of happy because I come down here every year with my sons to spring training, and we always come into this general locale, and now we're going to be able to see the Braves more, and we can never see them at spring training, so now we can.
The Braves have had their spring training at Champion Stadium in Orlando for 20 years now. We can't wait till they come here to the Suncoast. Well, World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Have a great evening. We'll see you again tonight at 11 with the latest news and your weekend forecast. Have a good evening. And our next news coming up at 7.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Want to know a secret? If you're looking for the best selection of area rugs at an unbelievable price, the only place you need to look is Rugs is Art. I know what you're thinking. Expensive, right? Wrong. Rugs is Art has the largest selection of area rugs on the west coast of Florida in a variety of styles, with 8x11 area rugs starting at $199. Largest selection, personalized service, and unbelievably low prices. You'll find it all at Rugs is Art.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
Rex is a very good man. I like Rex a lot. I really appreciate his commitment to the service.
The Secretary of State fired. More details in Stormy Daniels' alleged affair, and the Trump administration admits to Russia meddling in the 2016 election. I'm Alan Cohn, a leading Republican, the top Democrat. Meet me at the Trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new animal adventure.
We got area search. We got a person out in this field out here, and she's going to go find them.
Their noses go to work and can track down a human scent. We'll see how they do it.
Scent, scent, hunt.
We're getting involved in the training of search and rescue dogs. Join us this week on ABC 7.